Hey there, real quick, before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Klopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Hey, welcome back to Kids Learn Piano Live. We are finally here, and we is me, Jamin, and this is amazing Nathan, and he's going to be playing the song right along with you. And usually right here we have Kendra, our chat moderator and camera person, but she's only on a microphone today and not on a camera today. So, because we got a fancy new camera that's awesome. And the battery's dead, apparently. So anyway, so she's here. Kendra, are you here?
Woo, yes, I'm here.
All right,
and
fantastic.
What?
She's a ghost.
I got a new phone yesterday, and I'm so excited. I haven't gotten a new phone in like 3 years.
Well,
so
I know what you'll
happy.
be doing during the broadcast then.
What?
So nothing.
No!
I didn't say anything. I don't know
I
what.
will not be on my
of course
phone.
not. No one should ever be. Yeah. So
Except for the. Yeah.
Yes. So today we're going to be learning the Addams Family. I haven't watched the show, and he's never heard the song. So this is going to be perfect, except, right? You've never heard the song? Yeah, right.
It anyway.
Right, exactly. What is it? So it's a theme song from a show. This was supposed to go with Halloween, but then we had a bunch of problems, and we didn't do the Halloween one. So this is the Halloween one for today. It's kind of like a creepy show about like monsters or something like that.
I think the monsters come into that, right?
The Munsters, yes, the Munsters is a lot like the Addams Family. So let me show you what it's supposed to sound like here. Watch this, and you won't be learning this song probably at home as fast as Nathan does because he's got something called perfect pitch. Can we show him real quick what perfect pitch is? Is that okay? No, you'd rather not. So
maybe later.
Maybe later. We'll
maybe
check it out. Now he's planning the lesson. I like it. Let me play the song for you. Along with the track, it sounds something like this. I'll play it for you first. You don't have to play. Yeah. And then. Kind of fast, kind of fun, kind of short.
Kind of too fast.
Kind of too fast. Well, we'll slow it down when we play it together. Let's take a look at this first note together. Watch this up here, buddy. Right here. Oh, the notes are over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right here. So the first one that we're going to need is a G. I'm going to play this one right here. Yeah, and the way we find a G is we take any group of 3 black notes. So you find a group of 3 black notes, take the middle note, and then just drag it down. Yes, fantastic. So then we're going to play that one. Go ahead and play me a G. And then we're going to move 1 to the right, and then 1 to the right, and then 1 to the right. That's it. We got to do that crazy, crazy fast, though. So back to the G, we would go like this. Yes, wonderful. This would be a great time for you to pause and just practice that much. And then we're going to try this thing with the track. So here we go. You pause and practice. When you come back, we'll all be playing this together. It's going to sound like something like this. And a 2, and a 1, 2, go. This is, yes, that's it. Perfect. That actually comes back later. Yes, So that's actually what perfect pitch is. It means that Nathan can just hear a note and he instantly knows what the note is supposed to be. So as he's hearing it, he's going, oh, cool, that's going to be a C sharp in there. So he already knows there's going to be a C sharp. First, though, let's go back to this thing. That's the words, this is the snap. Yes, cool. We want the exact same thing, but all of them up 1 note, like that. Yes, well, hang on, because you're way ahead of us. This C normally we would play like that. But what you heard them play in the track is this C is actually a C sharp. It's that black note right there. So we're going to play 4 notes and go straight up, just like we did before. But it's going to be those. Yes. So we're going to do that twice and then go back to the original one. So now would be a great time for you to pause and practice, and then we're going to try this all together with the track. Get ready on your G. I'll be ready on my G. Nathan, get your G. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, go. This is the snap. And then this is the snap. And then do it again. This is the snap. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you the truth. So there's 3 of them, actually. Let's take a look at where those are. So the first thing we have, the set of 4, is that one right there. And then we have the next set of 4 that's like right here. Check this out, buddy. That's set of 4 right there. And then we got the same one and the same one before we go back to the original. So once you know those 2 things, you know the first section, the second section, the third section, the fourth section, and the fifth section, because the first and the fifth are the same. 2, 3, and 4 are the ones that are up here with the C sharp. Okay, that's a lot to practice, but we're not even to the crazy fast part yet. So down here, they're creepy and they're kooky. Let me show you how that goes. It jumps around a whole lot. We're gonna start on the G, and then we're gonna go to, it's like that thing that we played, only without the in-between notes. So they're creep. Yes, then we're gonna jump up to an E. Yeah, and then back to that C. Nice, and then back down almost to the G, but not quite. And then skip down one more time and we end up with an F. So when I think of these 4 notes in my head, they're all just a skip away. Ooh, almost. Yeah, yes, that's E and they're kook. Like that. Cool, let's try that. They're creepy and they're kook. They're, ooh, almost. They're creepy and they're kook. Woo! We'll get to the E later. It's a big jump up. So let's just try that much with the track. We'll do the 5 sections at the beginning, and then they're creepy and they're kook. This would be a great time for you to pause and practice, and then we'll play along all together with the track. Here we go. 2 and a 1, 2 starting on the G. This is the snap. Ooh, man, I played it wrong. Sorry. This is the snap. Do it again. And one more time. Back to the original. Now they're creepy and they're kook. Here we go. They're creepy and they're kook. Hey, that sounds really good. Way to go. Good job. Let's figure out what these other notes are. That big jump up from that F is supposed to go up to this note right here. So we were just playing all 4 of those notes. This is like the one that's in between that. That's called a D. Nice. And then we want to get to a B eventually, but first we want to drag up from the note that's right next to B. So this would be a B. Show me B. And then we're going to go to the black note that's right next to it, so we can drag up to that B. There you go. Cool. So that's Mystere. Now, that thing that we did right here, remember that thing with all 4 of those notes? E and their kook. Yes, If we move that down one, right there, go ahead and show me that. Yeah, it's just every other note. That's it. Those are the ones we're going to use for the next section. So, Mystere, that drag down thing, the drag up, Mystere, yes, and then, yes, that's exactly it. Oh man, Koppel says we're almost out of time already. Well, good news, we're almost to the end. Let's try this one more time with the track, and then I want to show you the last notes. Here we go. Get ready on that G, and you at home, make sure you're pausing and practicing and playing along. Here we go. Go. This is the snap. Then up to the higher one. Yep. Don't take a nap. That was a trap. This is the snap. Now, they're creepy. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. Ooh, nice job. Okay, I guess it's time to move on. So, we had this thing. Yeah. And then we had this thing. Yes. Then we get to play the first part again. All together, kook. Or ook, sorry. All together, ook. It's the same thing we play at the beginning. They're all together, ook. So starting up. Yeah, okay, cool. E, and then the, and then remember the very first thing we did. That's it. Woo! So we're gonna try all of that together. We've actually learned all of the notes. We just have to add that beginning part back in and the very, very beginning part in at the very end. Let's try the whole thing all together. Right now would be a great time for you to pause the video and practice the whole entire thing if you're with us so far. And then when you come back, we'll all be together and we're going to try it with the track. Get ready on that G. Here we go. And a 2 and 3. Go. This is the snap. This is the snap. Don't take a nap. That was a trap. This is the snap. Okay, they're creepy. Ready, go. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious, and they're all together. Ookie, the anthems. That's so close. That is really impressive. You've even got a special ending in it. I love it. Well, that was all of level 1. You can either go in the other room and practice or watch along with us. And Kendra, tell us about our weekly activity for this week.
Yeah, so this week is the bass clef dice, and you just cut out the dice and tape them together so you can test yourself on the bass clef. And tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Clopple.
Very nice, very nice. So that one takes a little bit of folding. That one's a little bit harder to do there, but it's a lot of fun once you make those bass clef dice. Now, let's play the game Diminished or Augmented. Okay, so for diminished or augmented, these are the 2 weirdest chords you're ever going to hear. First, let me play you a diminished chord. It sounds like this. And you're like, whoa, that's a weird chord. That's so crazy. And Kendra, I think our thing is repeating there. So it's a really, really weird chord. But then even weirder than that is an augmented chord. An augmented chord sounds like this. So I don't know, maybe you think the diminished chord sounds weirder, but the way you make a diminished chord is you take any note and you go up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and then 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 1, 2, 3, as far as you can, 3 half steps. An augmented chord is just where you take any note and you go up 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps, and then 4 half steps, and you just keep going 4 half steps as far as you want. So that one right there is augmented, and this one right here is diminished. Now, one hint real quick here. To me, when you play a diminished chord, it sounds like it wants to collapse in on itself. So when I hear that feeling of like, oh, it kind of wants to fall down a little bit, then I know it's a diminished chord, as opposed to like an augmented chord, which just sounds plain weird. It doesn't sound like it wants to go anywhere at all. But good luck. This is what we're going to try to do. I'm going to play you either a diminished chord or an augmented chord, and you've got to guess at home before Kendra guesses. Here's our first chord. I'm going to play this one right here. That one right there. Does that sound like a diminished chord or an augmented chord?
This game is so hard.
It is. It's, I think, the hardest game we play. What is that one? Kendra, what do you think?
Okay, just know that this is the game that I'm worst at.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with diminished.
It is diminished.
Oh, okay,
Because
cool.
it kind of wants to fall in to there. Right there. Also, people could cheat at home because they can see my hands and they can see all the keys. So
yeah.
This next one's going to be a little bit more difficult because she's going to take that away so you can't see the notes that I'm playing. And this chord, right. Oh, okay, sure, that works. Okay. That one right there. Does that one sound augmented or diminished? What do you think, Kendra?
It kind of sounds uncollapsible, so
Yes.
I'm gonna say augmented.
It is augmented. Good call. Nice job. We'll do 2 more of these. This one right here. What does this sound like to you? Guessing at home, hopefully getting more right than Kendra, although she's gotten all of them so far. I don't know. What do you think, Kendra?
Augmented?
It is augmented.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice work. Nice work. This is the last one. This one right here. Is this diminished or augmented? What do you think?
Diminished?
It is diminished because
okay,
hopefully
cool.
it feels like it wants to collapse into that right there.
Right.
So that's diminished and augmented. Once you can hear the difference between those, you can pretty much hear any of the chords that you want to, because those are definitely the hardest ones. That was diminished or augmented, and that means that it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week is from Evan B, who says, Dear Jamin, what other instruments besides piano do you teach? I teach guitar and saxophone. Yeah.
And
Well, okay. So there's some bass in there, some
And-
bass guitar, and there's some drums in there, and there's some ukulele in there, and some. Well, right now I've got a bunch of students that are playing brass stuff, so like trumpet and trombone and stuff,
And drums.
and then drums, and then some other woodwinds like flute and clarinet and stuff. But honestly,
basically all of them.
well, no, definitely not any of the strings. So like violin and cello and all that stuff, definitely not that. And I'm not really good at brass at all. I'm terrible at brass. However, right now I'm in charge of a band, and there's a lot of trumpet players and trombones in the band, so I'm having to learn trumpet and trombone so that
That's
I
cool.
hopefully know more than my students do. But it's a close one right now. So anyway, mostly it's piano and guitar and saxophone, but not a lot of saxophone students out there. Not nearly as many as piano and guitar. So mostly it's piano and guitar, and then some saxophone in there too. So if you've got questions about any other instruments, as several of you are sending your questions along, then feel free to tell me what your questions are on some of the other instruments. I might be able to help you out with those too. All right, well, it's time to tell you a little bit of secret information.
Secret information.
Our secret information is... We got to stop that. Kloppels wants some extra camera time today. Okay, today our secret information about this song is that it uses something called side stepping. So this is not super duper important unless you just like really love making up your own songs or doing your own renditions of other songs, so like making up your own versions of songs. So this thing right here, if you want to give us the tablet here, the thing where we play that line right there, and then we go and we play the same exact thing, but we play a little bit higher. In this case, all the notes are exactly one whole step higher, or 2 half steps higher than the first part. So this thing right here, it's the exact same thing, but it's just exactly 2 half steps higher. You can do this with 2 half steps, or you can do this with 1 half step. And you can do it with any line. It especially works well at the end of a song. So here's what you do. You take the regular old song, and then you play the ending part, but play all the notes exactly 1 half step higher, and then play it again in the original one, just like they did. They took theirs and they played everything 2 half steps higher, and then they eventually came back down to the original. So if we were to play something like Twinkle, Twinkle, we could take that last line that was 1 half step higher. Or if I went something like
That sounds so
it's really cool. And it's not really that difficult because you're just taking the exact same notes you were already playing and then just kind of stepping over to the side a little bit and then coming back to the original. So that's sidestepping. That's kind of what's going on in this Addams Family song. The other thing, this is going to be important when we get into the chords here. So the other thing in here is that we've got a 2-5-1 happening here. And that's why this song feels well, first of all, it's really fast, and it's a lot of major chords. But the other thing that's happening is there's a 2-5-1 in here. So if in the key of C, this is the 1, then the 2 would be this note right here, and then the 5 would be this note right here. So we have the 1, the 2, and the 5. And just playing the 1, the 2, and the 5, if you play them, especially in the left hand, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 2, 1. You can play almost anything along with this. So 2-5-1 is really super important. It's going to show up in a whole lot of songs, and this one has a lot of 2-5-1. That's let me show you in level 4 real quick. That's this thing right here where we have D minor to a G to a C. That is one of the most common moves in all of music, D minor to G to C, and you can use it pretty much anywhere you want, just like the sidestepping thing. All right. it's time for us to get back to our song after this short break.
Transitioning to Level 2. This may be confusing to Level 1 students, so please continue to practice the Level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.